Hello, the internet, and welcome to my review of Generation 3 of Pokemon. Now, the next video won't be Generation 4, it's my thoughts and hopes for Generation 6, but then it will be Generation 4, then it will be Generation 5, then it will be my top 10. Okay, let's get on with this. Now, before we start this is when we're getting into loads and loads of spin-offs. So if I forget anything, sorry, you can put it in the comments. And don't be mean about it, please. I'm a human being, I don't have the biggest memory in the universe. I wonder what that would be if I did. Okay, carry on. Okay, let's start with the main two games, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. I love these games! It has everything that Generation 2 had, but more and more. I know you couldn't trade any from Generation 2, but who cares? You could just recapture them all. Oh, and the music. Trumpets everywhere. What have they added? 2-on-2 battles. Pokemon contests. 135 Pokemon. Oh my god. That's already fantastic. That's already fantastic, but there's more. There's one of my favourite things in the Pokemon series added in this generation. Abilities and natures. Which just make each of the Pokemon different. Like, let's say you get two Zubats. One could have a certain ability and one could have another ability. Or one could have one nature and the other one could have another nature. It just makes them more different. It makes them more. It's like, oh, I got a Slowpoke. I got a Slowpoke as well. They're exactly the same, except for the level. Now, if I got a Slowpoke, I got a Slowpoke. They're slightly different. Ah, now they mate. But yeah, it just adds so much. I love the Team Aqua and Team Magma. It just makes me all around happy. This one. Now for the game after these two games, Emerald. Now I hear some people call this their favorite game of all time. Well, you know what I say to that? I agree. It is my favorite. It is one of my favorite games of all time. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. Oh my god. It doesn't add that much. It intertwines the two stories though, and it's just fun, fun, fun. Now let's get on to the spin-offs. First spin-off is the first remake. Now you wondering what I mean by remake. Well, ever since this generation there's been remakes of 1 and 2. Until the 5th generation where they didn't do a remake of the 3rd one. Why Generation 3? 5? Why? By the way, when Generation 6 comes out, that better be one of the spin-offs. Yeah, Fire Red and Leaf Green were the remakes. Taking the original games and adding everything in the last two generations, meaning it's pretty much what I wanted Generation 1 to be. Also, fun fact, Fire Red was my first video game of all time, so it holds a little space in my little heart of doom. Yeah. And oh my god, I remember accidentally using my Master Ball on a Dewgong. At least it wasn't a Pidgey. I remember getting so confused I had to get my dad to help. Great memories. Some of the best times I've had with gaming with that. Okay, stop with the nostalgia. Stop it. Next one is Colosseum and XD. Now these are the first real story-based games for consoles. This was for both of them are for the GameCube. Colosseum being the first one and XD being a sequel. The idea is that it's only fighting with trainers, and there are shadow Pokemon that you can capture. You can't capture. There's no grass to walk in. There's no wild Pokemon. It's just shadow Pokemon that other people own that you have to capture. Some people didn't like it. I loved it! It is awesome! I haven't actually got XD. I haven't actually played XD. I played a little bit of it at my friends, but I best love Colosseum. Amazing game. Okay, let's keep looking. Woo! Pokemon Dash. Now, this is one of those spin-offs that you don't really need to have if you're a Pokemon fan. Sorry about that, I just hit my microphone. Sorry, microphone. This is a Pokemon racer game. It was awful. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Carry on! The next one is Pokemon Channel. Haven't played it, don't care, looks bad, seen a review, eh. Pokemon Box. Next. Pokemon Pinball. Oh, it's pretty much exactly the same as the original Pokemon Pinball, but with more Pokemon and just more levels and overall funner. Next is Pokemon Ranger. I know it's a bit of a hit and miss for people. Some people loved it, some people hated it. Personally, I loved this. I loved Pokemon Ranger. Personally, I prefer the sequels because I found it easier to capture things with them. But I love this game. I remember getting it like on eBay, and someone's save data was on it. They were right near the end of the game, so I just finished it with all their characters. Okay, now for Mystery Dungeon. Team Red and Team Blue. Now, I'm not as attached to the Mystery Dungeon series as other people, and I kind of wish with this one they didn't put the red and the blue on separate consoles, because I wish the red one was on the DS, because I want red on DS. That would be cool, because I like DS, and my favorite color is red or green. I don't know. I'll carry on. But yeah, I'm not as attached to this series as other people. Some people really love the series. Personally, I think it's okay. Haven't got the new one yet. Maybe that will completely change my mind. I don't know and care, really. Yeah, it's a very tactical game, unlike the normal ones. It's more real time than the other ones. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's fun. I just haven't got that big of a connection with it. Next one is Pokemon Topaz, or Link if you're English, or from some country I can't think of right now. Yay. Yeah, what is Topaz? I don't know what Topaz is. That's why I guess they called it Link in my country. Yeah, it's just a little fun puzzle game that didn't have to do anything with Pokemon, but it does, meaning even more epic. Next is I'm reading off a list, so give me some time. Oh god, that isn't a game. That's an e-reader. Stupid list. I think that's all of the games. If I miss any, don't complain to me. Complain to the list. Now to talk about the animated series. This is when I started getting into Pokemon, so it's mainly this is when I grew up with it. So this is Advance is probably my favorite season altogether. May as a companion was great. It was a bit. I can see why people didn't like her to begin with, because she was replacing somebody people really liked. But yeah, she was replacing Misty, and everyone, and quite a lot of people liked Misty. And yeah, but I personally, I really liked her. Okay, I like the series. Fun. Last one, last one was a bit off and quite forgettable, but the rest were good. Now to talk about the movies. First one, Jirachi Wishmaker. Forgettable, but it has one of the cutest legendaries of all time. Jirachi. Aww. Next one is Deoxys. I told you the craziest one is in this generation. This is it. This is crazy. It's probably my second or third favorite film. Third favorite film. Just because of how fun it is. Also, it has Munchlax, and we all love Munchlax. Munchlax! Okay, the next one after that is... this is when they started doing something weird with the third generation, starting to put fourth generation Pokemon in the third generation. It got kind of weird in the fourth generation, in the third generation movies. But it went okay. It was okay. I liked it. Now this is what people mostly think is the best one. Personally, it's probably my second favorite. Lucario. Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Yes, Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. It's a great film, and I can't deny that. It was really fun to watch, and Mew, as always, is cute and happy all the time. But it's nothing can beat Pokemon Movie 3 for me. And last one is Pokemon Ranger C thingy. This is just an amazing. This movie looks beautiful, but overall quite forgettable. The underwater scenes are just amazing to look at, and Manaphy was cute. So, yeah. So, yeah, I think that's everything we have to talk about. What did I think of this? Well, thanks to this, I started my journey as a Pokemon fan, and without Fire Red, I wouldn't be here right now. Some of you, that would, you really want to burn Fire Red, don't you? But yeah, without these things, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I wouldn't be talking to you guys. So, so overall, I'm going to give Pokemon Generation 3 a 10 out of 10. I love this generation. That's it. Bye bye.